Jesus, what is going on? In the last episode, we glued the soundboard onto the walls, and now we have to tackle the back. I think this side on the outside because it's a bit more symmetrical. Yeah, this one's a little bit more off. Good. Our first step is to cut a strip and go down that seam to offer a little bit of reinforcement. Okay, the back strap is on. It looks nice, but I kind of messed up. I should have cut out the shape of the guitar first, because now it's all radius. Do you see that curve? And so now it's gonna be weird on the bandsaw, and yeah. Anyways. This thing is looking nice. Yeah. Now we need to get the boop braces, whatever those ones are, the transverse braces. I don't know. I don't know. Come here. Kind of forgot that I need to cut the bracing first before we can glue it. So back to the bandsaw. We're gonna cut them down to 1 centimeter wide, and I've given it a little bit of compensation for the blade. Haha. I'm sure we all know just how much I love the radiusing process for the braces. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got a good feeling about this one. Yeah. It's still a little wiggly, but it's tighter than it was. Yeah. Yeah! That is on there. Yes, that's how they should be, nice and sturdy. Jesus, what is going on? I think this looks pretty good. Let's give it a little tappy tap. That's underwhelming, isn't it? Okay, now. Why is it not all the way ready? That should just fit flush. Why is it not completely flush? What's up with that? Is it radiused? It definitely is radiused. Do I not press it down hard enough? Huh. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but whatever. Now, let's, how are we gonna do this? I think maybe, let's get the center line. Looks pretty good. So goal here, I think, is the same as on the top of the guitar. Gonna take off material until it sounds good, and hopefully there's enough to where it doesn't fall apart under the weight of its own existence. It is very important just like on the soundboard, the back of the guitar also has one very, very important step, and it has to do with the binding. We are going to tuck these braces into the kerfing and into the wall, and afterwards we're going to cover it all up with the binding. But if we make the ends of the braces too tall, then our binding material might not be tall enough to cover all of it. And let me show you. So this is a completely different guitar that I'm working on, and fucking hell, you can see how shitty of a job I did, for one. See those gaps in there? Oh my goodness, that is so bad. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I'm just really bad. But as a result, now this binding channel has to be way taller than this top one. And you can see that, like, this channel is so much wider than this one is, and it's because I fucked up and don't know why I didn't just stop. This is not great. This needs a lot of work. That's why I'm not selling this guitar. This guitar is unsellable. I can keep it for myself though. I do not want to make that same mistake on this guitar, and I haven't yet. And so, anyways, my point is we're going to take down these braces on the ends. We're going to like, whoop, whoop, like that. And we're going to go down to like 2 millimeters because I think my binding is going to be 3 millimeters. 2.8 millimeters. Okay, so that's good. That is good. It does not need to go any farther down. I just want to clean it up a little bit. Okay, these sides are done. Looking pretty good, I think. Did it change the sound at all? It did! Whoa, you couldn't see my reaction, but it was one of shock and surprise. Oh, that did so much. I barely even took any material off. It sustains for a lot longer. It's hard to go through camera. You know, it's really hard for the camera to pick it up, but that did a noticeable amount of difference. 2.4, that's good. No reason to go any farther. That is thin, maybe even a little bit too thin. But oh well. Oh, that was close. Jesus, Corey, relax, man. Looking good. Let's hear how it sounds. You guys hear that, right? Doom. Ooh. It sings back a little bit. That's nice. This is looking good. This is the best I've ever done. I am stoked. One more step. Okay, here's how we're looking. I don't think that's half bad, man. I mean, I'm still gonna hit them with some sandpaper and take a very close, even closer look at them. Actually, now that I'm taking a closer look, this one could use some more off the sides. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, I am happy with that. Now, all that's left is we get to sign it. What am I gonna use to sign it with? I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna use a Sharpie. I want it to be visible. Maybe I just go Corey Ryder here and then C Nimbus, like classical Nimbus or something. Okay. Corey Ryder. C dot Nimbus. C dot Nimbus. Maybe I'll put a date on it too. So this was signed, not completed, but signed on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 2025. I know that's not very professional, but we'll figure that out later. And I guess with that, I should probably say, I don't know if I'm selling this guitar. I don't know if it'll be good enough to sell. It probably isn't already because of the rosette isn't perfect, but at the end of the series, if there's enough followers or if anyone is interested in buying this guitar, then let me know, and we'll figure out something that I think is fair or that we think is fair. If not, maybe I'll just do a big giveaway as like promo for the channel, or maybe I'll just keep it for myself, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want this guitar. If you want it, then let's figure something out. Okay, that is looking very good. Now we have to fit it to the body. And whoops, looking at it, I have a feeling that those focus. Okay, I think I have to take these peaks back a little bit. I think that these radiuses need to start a little bit farther in, close to the center, because like the walls are hitting like right here instead of down here. So that's a super easy fix. We're just gonna spend some time voicing it again. We're just gonna take off more material until it fits. I want this to be fucking seamless, man. I want it to be so good, so good. Best I've ever done. That's the goal. Improvement every single attempt. Also at 4.5 carving. Oh, it's so easy. Okay. I have a really good feeling about this guitar. The other side. And then we move on to the neck, and the neck is like, I could get that glued up today, actually, just so that I'm ready for it by the time I get binding and whatnot on. And then like on the neck, the thing that takes the most amount of time is just waiting for glue to dry and the fretboard. I want to do a really good job on the fretboard because that's so important for playability. And we all know that it doesn't matter how good the guitar is if you can't fucking play it. If the action's too high or if the intonation is off, like you just can't play it, even if it's worth thousands of dollars. Like it just becomes worthless the moment you try to play it and it doesn't work. Playability first, sound second, looks third, I think. Now with that being said, I want all of them to be as good as possible, but I think that would be a good philosophy to follow. Playability first, looks or sound second, look third. And I guess it also depends on like the purpose of the guitar, because like there are some guitars that aren't actually supposed to sound good. Like they're more of like a showpiece or a memorial type thing. And I guess I have a couple guitars I want to make, and a banjo that I want to make that aren't necessarily for the sound. They're more for the message behind it. So I guess in some circumstances, sound can be third, where looks is actually number one, and then playability, then sound. But yeah, you know, like I had an uncle who used to build banjos, and I never really like knew him all that well, but I did love him. I really liked him, and he passed away earlier this year. I guess 2025 is when it happened. In case you're watching this in the far future. He died right before I finished my first like proper attempt at a guitar, and that kind of sucked because I was really excited to show him. Not that he really played guitar that much, but he did play banjo, and he loved bluegrass. And I thought maybe I'd build a banjo for him, you know, even though he's dead. I don't really believe in an afterlife or anything, so I just know he's gone. I'd only be doing it for myself and those that he left behind, but for me that's enough, you know, just doing it because I wanted to, as a way to honor him and not forget about him. Because they say that a man dies like 3 times, or not a man, but like people die three times. Once when they lose the will to live, once again when they are buried, and then their final death is when they are forgotten. And that one to me is it kind of seems like it's the easiest way to die, is to just be forgotten. Because you could just stop showing up to things, and then people would just kind of forget, you know? You could... Yeah, but I don't want to forget, not the people who've died. There's been a lot of people who died the past year and a half or so, and I don't want to forget them. So, anyways, that's a bit off topic. Let's check the fit for this again. Okay, we've got it centered. I'm looking at the braces and where they're gonna fall onto the walls, and that actually looks pretty freaking good, man. The back seems to fit quite nicely on like the connections between the braces and the sides, which is good. That was the whole point of radiusing and trimming them down in the first place. Now what we gotta do is fit cut material off of this bottom, off the center strip, and off of this top part so that we can have room for the tail block and the neck block. Once we do that, then we can find a way to accurately match these braces into the walls. The last time I did this on the other guitar, I really fucked it up, and so I'm really gonna take my time on this and make sure I do it properly. I really tried to make sure that they're all 90 degrees. Okay, so thinking about this, I want this to be accurate. So I'm thinking if I push that down, right, make sure it's centered. If I draw a line right here, I will get the front edge of that wall, and then I could measure the distance between this edge to that edge, and then measure that from the line that I would have drawn back. And that should get me exactly where I need to be to have this piece of wood butt up against this piece of wood. They make it look so easy when they're professionals. Rate my work, how'd I do? How's that looking? That's just glue, like that's not wood, that's just the glue, so I think we're good. Let's see if it fits. Oh, well, I guess of course it's going to fit. It's the back one that's gonna really decide. All right, no, come here. So I think right here is a great time to yeah. Woohoo! Alright, moment of truth. Okay, the back is in, and it barely even wiggles, so it's not like super tight. That's not terrible. I really thought I had a better pencil for this, but I guess I don't. So I'm gonna actually just throw a bunch of graphite on these. Okay, I need to find a better pencil. Haha. Okay, now, graphite doesn't dry really, so I'm not too worried about that, but now. Okay, that is centered. Do this because it's on the radius dish. Now we can just like press them in. You know? That moves a little bit. Okay. We're just gonna press them. Just gonna press them right on the edge so that it's still supported by the sides. See if that worked or not. Oh, that's not bad. So I'm thinking like this one's really good. That one's decent enough. This one kind of moved a little bit, so it's hard to tell. This one has two lines and those two marks. That one's all over the place, so I can't tell. That one, I can't really tell either. But these ones, I know that they are 90. Those braces are 90 degrees, and we've lined it up center to center. So I could run a straight edge from this line to this line, put a square on it, and line it up, and then we can cut them out on these, to the inside of these edges. I think I'll do that for these ones, and then on these bottom ones, I might have to redo it. But we can at least get these front two in, and we might get better connection between those back braces onto this back part. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Go Bars, man. I fucking love Go Bars. This is starting to feel very proper. Like, I really feel like I'm learning a lot lately. And just like things are clicking, you know? Oh, if that is square, maybe I can use that and that because it's square. It's on the same line. I'm doing that. I'm totally doing that. Yeah, we're going for it. Oh. Ooh, they're close. They are close. There we go. That's in. That's in. I can go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. That's in. That's in. That's in. That's in. Let's go. That means theoretically we could glue this on. Is there anything I have to do before I do that though? Do I want to voice this a little bit more before I commit to it? I think I do. I think I want to change. I think I want to hit this a little bit more. Because it's not as responsive as I'd imagine a classical guitar to be. Okay. Many minutes have passed. This is how the inside is looking. I know, every time I show you, it looks like hardly anything has changed. But it has, I promise. If you were in person, this would be a lot more beneficial for the education, I guess. I don't know. I'm not that I'm teaching. I don't have the qualifications to teach how to build guitars. But listen, it sustains for so much longer now. Whoops. I know the camera's never going to do it justice, but like this sounds very good. There's nothing else to do except for do it, so let's glue the back onto the body. Alright, I'm going to clean it off the edge as much as possible so that it doesn't fall in. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is tape it first, and then we'll go back through and get some go bars on it. What? No way, seriously? I'm excited. Seeing it like this with like the back getting glued on, I'm so excited for this guitar. Okay, well let's get the important parts. Oh my god. I felt that was gonna happen. I saw it sliding and I was like, uh-oh. Okay, that go bar is just too big. It's just too big for it. Okay, unfortunately for you guys, you won't be able to see how this looks until the next episode because I have to get this episode out today. Technically within the next hour, but that's not gonna happen. So sometime today or tonight. But yeah, thanks for watching. The back of the guitar is finally glued on. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait for the next episode. We're gonna work on the binding. And maybe even the end graft, depends on how fancy I want to get with it. Actually, the end graft is such a small piece, I could probably just put that somewhere at the end of the video. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.